Hello everyone, let's start our today's session. So in our today's session we will study about rest of the chemical reactions. So first we are starting from the double displacement reaction. So you see here what I have written. So that in double displacement reaction the two reacting compound exchange their ions and form new compound. This type of reaction is to be known as double displacement reactions. It means whenever two compounds they react together, the cation of first compound exchanges with the anion of second compound, and the cation of second compound that exchanges with the anion of first compound. Okay, so due to this new compounds are formed. That reaction is to be known as double displacement reaction. So as you can see here, AgNO3 and NaCl, they are reacting together. So Ag will displaces Na and AgCl will form, and here Na that will react with NO3, then NaNO3 will form. But the main point which we have to understand about the double displacement reaction, here the one precipitate always will form. Okay, so Ag, you can see here NaNO3 that is in a aqueous form, NaCl it's also in a aqueous form, but when they both are reacting together, NaNO3 again it is in the aqueous form, but AgCl that is in a solid form. That means that will settle down on the bottom in the form of precipitate. Okay, so AgCl silver chloride that is in a white color and that will precipitate down on the bottom. Okay, so that we have to understand every double displacement reaction is a precipitation reaction, because whenever the double displacement takes place, one PPT will form. Okay, so that's why I have written for you the reaction that produces precipitate means the insoluble salt is called the precipitation reaction. Okay, now you see here the next type of reaction, this is of endothermic reaction, that is based upon the exchange of energies. Okay, energy evolve or the energy absorb. So endothermic means a reaction in which heat energy is absorbed, means energy will be used in this reaction. Okay, so here we have to understand all type of decomposition reaction, whether it may be of thermal decomposition, electrical decomposition or photo decomposition, all type of decomposition reaction that takes place in the presence of energy. Okay, means energy will be utilized by the reactant for the formation of product. So that type of reactions are to be considered as endothermic reaction. So here I have written there the one example for thermal decomposition. So this is of CaCO3. When the heat is to be passed, then that will decompose into CaO plus CO2. So that is of endothermic reaction. Okay, now next we have to talk about exothermic reaction. So in this type of reaction, energy will not be used by the reactant, but that will be evolved. Okay, so the reaction in which heat energy is released along with the formation of product. Okay, so here we have to understand the combustion of every hydrocarbon, the compound which is containing carbon and hydrogen only, and whenever it is to be combusted in the presence of oxygen, then always carbon dioxide and water will evolve as well as heat energy will release. So that is to be a exothermic reaction. Here I can give you the one more example. Have you listened the name of quicklime? Quicklime, that we call it in Hindi, that we call it chuna. When it will dissolve in water, so that it will form slaked lime. This is calcium hydroxide. So that will evolve the heat energy also. Okay, so I think you have observed in your life also, daily life also, whenever quicklime it is to be dipped in water for whitewashing, so that heat energy starts to evolve, the bubbles that starts to create in its aqueous solution. Okay, so that is a exothermic reaction. Now let's come on the oxidation and the reduction part of the reaction, and after that in the next session we will study about the redox reaction in detail. Okay, so here the oxidation reactions are what, where the addition of oxygen takes place, against it removal of hydrogen takes place, or increase in the oxidation number. This point is very important point, increase in the oxidation number, that I will also explain in the next session. Okay, so against it reduction reactions are what, whenever the addition of hydrogen takes place and whenever the removal of oxygen takes place and decrease in the oxidation number, that shows the reduction. Okay, so reduction is completely opposite of the oxidation. If addition of oxygen, removal of hydrogen and increase in oxidation number will take place in oxidation. Then just all the opposite things, that is addition of hydrogen, removal of oxygen and decrease in oxidation number will take place in the part of reduction. Okay, so the next topic which we will study in the next session, that will be of redox reaction, and that is completely based on the oxidation and the reduction. Okay, I think you all have got it. That's all for today.